Guys, welcome to my channel Learn from Prince Aryan. I am back and today's topic is about rocks. There are three types of rocks like igneous rocks and I'm going to discuss in on the later video. So topic is on geography. Let's get started. The term rock refers not only to any hard solid matter like granite but also to soft and loose particles like sand, silt, and clay derived from the earth. The earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks that differ from one another in texture, structure, color, permeability, mode of occurrence, and degree of resistance to denudation. Let's see about rocks and minerals. So, so rocks consist of minerals elements. Though scientists have identified more than 2000 mineral elements, yet only a few of these are important as constituent of rocks. Distinction must be drawn between mineral elements found in the Earth's crust and Earth's as a whole. Like um, Now let's see about the classification of rocks. Like there are types of rocks, and we see that rocks are classified in several ways, but important classification is done on the basis of their origin. See that the three main types of the rocks are based on the origin, that are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Let's see about the first, igneous rocks. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, meaning fire. These rocks were found due to cooling, solidification, and crystallization of hot, molten material of the earth, known as magma, found at the great depths in the interior of the earth. The chemical composition of these rocks varies from aluminosilicate minerals like quartz and feldspar to granite and like that. This is all called shaliac rocks. Since the igneous rocks were the first to be formed, they are called primary rocks. They are formed on the basis of formation of other types of rocks. Let's see some characteristics of igneous rocks. They are hard and compact. They are formed by solidification of molten magma. And there are many ways of the characteristics, and they have many characteristics of these igneous rocks. Let's say more too, like they are granular and crystalline. They either fine grained, smooth and compact, or may have large crystals with coarse structure. Okay, then next see about the classification based on the origin. Based on their origin, the igneous rocks are classified into two types. Again, we see that in the first we see that the types of rocks, we have three types of rocks: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. In the igneous rocks, there are again two types of that. They're like extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. In this video, we'll just discuss about the igneous rocks. So let's discuss also about the extrusive and intrusive. Extrusive igneous rocks, they are formed by the cooling of molten magma on the earth's surface. The magma which is brought to the surface through fissures or volcanic eruptions solidifies to form rocks. Hence, such rocks are smooth, crystalline, and fine grained. They are also called volcanic rocks. Basalt is a common extrusive igneous rocks and forms lava flows. Let's see about the intrusive igneous rocks. What is the intrusive igneous rocks? When the magma solidifies with the earth's crust, it cools down slowly, forming a coarse textured hard rocks with large crystals like granite, gabbro, dolomite. When the magma solidifies before the earth's surface, it forms different types of intrusive rocks. Oh my god. Now we see that the extrusive rocks and intrusive rocks. Again, in intrusive rocks, we have different types of intrusive rocks. Let's see now: batholiths, laccoliths, silts, dikes, and necks. First one is the batholith. They are deep seated intrusion of igneous rocks. They are usually dome shaped with no definite floor and they have cores of mountain ranges. Bathos meaning depth. The meaning of bathoth is depth. They may have been exposed to the earth's surface through continued erosion. Let's see about the laccoliths. The magma does not reach the crust of the earth. Magma becomes solid just below the crust. Different types of intrusions of magma form differently shaped landforms. This is about the laccoliths. Now let's see about the sills. Sometimes magma flows between layers of rocks horizontally. In the sills, what happens is the magma flows layers of rocks horizontally. It then hardens there. This layer of intrusive rocks is called sill. Next, see about the dikes. The magma, when forced upward, fills vertical cracks. Like the dikes are, it has molten magma which fills vertical cracks or fissures. These are called dikes. The last but not least is called necks. Let's see about the necks. Sometimes the passage of an extrusive volcano is filled with magma. It there solidifies there and it is known as volcanic neck or plug. Means that the passage of extinct volcano, like when we have a volcano, let's see a volcano, inside the volcano we have a neck. In the neck we see that it has been filled by the passage of the volcano. Like when it has some holes in it, when the neck has the holes in it, the magma goes there and it fills the place, it takes the place and it holds there and gets solidifies. This is called the neck. So this was all for the video, guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and on the next class or the next video I will say you about the classification on the basis of chemical composition. Like there are more things in these rocks. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.